Welcome to the Friday Night Blitz. To repeat as 7A state champs, third-ranked Thompson had a mountain to climb in the semifinals. Go to top-ranked Central Phoenix City and get a win. Thompson's first ever trip to Phoenix City. These teams have met many times in championship games. First quarter, Trent Seaborn finds Makai Billingsley in the end zone for the 5-yard touch. Thompson up 7-0. Still in the first, Bobby Coleman for Central fakes the handoff, hits J.J. Joyner for the score, and we're tied up at 7. In the second, Central's Coleman will drop back and throw, but Thompson's Chance Strone will pick it off. It is the Warriors' ball going the other way. And a few plays later, R.J. Evans will take the handoff, find the hole, go in for the touchdown, 21-14. Now late in the second, Central trying to find an answer to tie it. Coleman throws, but Thompson's Jeremy Allo Perry will come up with the diving interception. 3 turnovers for the Red Devils in the first half. 14 seconds to go in the first half. Seaborn drops back, hits Daria Mosley wide open for the catch and score. Warriors led 28-14 at the break. And in the fourth, super sophomore Uriah Casey goes 53 yards to make it 35-14. Good thing they scored that touchdown, because they had to hang on to win 35-34 over Central Phoenix City. The Thompson Warriors back in the 7A title game.
Yeah, this one was, playing in it, I wish I was watching instead of playing in it. But it was a great game, and like I said, I think everybody in the state knew this game was coming, and, there's other 2 great teams left, but this game here, us in Central, I don't care if it was week 5 or week 1, it was going to be like this, and thank God we're on the winning end. I give Pat and them credit. They're a class bunch of people, class plays. We're glad to get out here with a win tonight.
Yeah, in the other 7A semi, Opelika beat Auburn 31-28. So it's the Bulldogs and the Warriors in the 7A title game. That'll be Wednesday, December 3rd at 7 o'clock at Protective Stadium in Birmingham. For 1A through 6A, it was quarterfinal Friday. The headliner, 5th-ranked Homewood, at number 1 Clay Chalkville. Let's go to Cougar Stadium, Jerry Hood Field. Patriots running the misdirection. Davis Griffin gets the edge. He'll go deep into Cougar territory. They'll kick a field goal to make it 3-0 Pats. Then later in the quarter, Pats attempting another field goal, but the kick is blocked. Javid Taylor gets the finger on it. Keelan Curry-Stewart will take it to midfield. Major momentum swing. In the second quarter, the direct snap here to Aaron Fry. He'll give the Cougars a 7-3 lead. Now a few minutes to go in the half, and Fry is going to be flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his left. John Templeton will knock the ball free. Luke Eldridge recovers the fumble, but no points off that fumble. And it's Clay Chalkville grabbing a 14-3 lead on a Josh Woods touchdown. That's the way it was at halftime. But how about this? 11 seconds into the third quarter, there's Fry going in for a touchdown. This is Caleb Carson being picked off right here. Homewood trying to get back into it. Carson picked off by Isaiah Brown. And then the junior linebacker makes a big-time play on the ball, and the Cougs are going to turn it into 6. Once again, the give is into Woods. His second score of the night for number 6. 35-17 your final. Clay Chalkville headed to the 6A title game.
I think just the physicalness on both sides. They started well, but I think once we settled in, just really on both sides of the ball, in the box, in the trenches. When it rains, a lot of your offense or whatever can be out the window, and really the game's won in the box. And really, if you're going to win it in 6A, you got to be physical.
Yeah, so I think we showed a great effort, and that all starts in practice. We had a great week of practice, and we came out here and executed. That don't really cross my mind. We practice in the rain and we practice in the wet, so we come to the game, it's just natural.
Yeah, rainy night, and Clay Chalkville gets it done. All right, so they play the winner of this one. Third-ranked Muscle Shoals at Mountain Brook. Cade Clemens hands off to LaShawn Tapscott for the Trojans, who breaks through, and he's off and running. Huge run on third down, gets the Trojans out of deep territory, and that sets up the first TD of the night. Clemens on the keeper, finishing the drive from 11 yards out, 7-0 Muscle Shoals. Trojans back with the ball after a turnover on downs. Clemens drops back, hits Jashad Samples, 44 yards. And that ends the first quarter, and then Tapscott will score from a yard out on 4th and goal to make it 14-0 Muscle Shoals. Now, under a minute left in the first half, Spartans trailing by 17. John Colvin gives Mountain Brook the spark it needs. A 66-yard punt return right here to set up a drive, but a huge loss on third down ends in a quarterback sack by Devin Smith, and Mountain Brook's season comes to an end. Spartans lose 24-7. In the 6A South bracket, Benjamin Russell defeats Hueytown 40-13, and second-ranked Saraland beats seventh-ranked Pike Road 56-32. So it's Ben Russell at Saraland in the semifinals next week. Hey, a clear indication Jake Gaines is building something special at Moody is consistency. In 4 seasons, Gaines has averaged 10 wins a year, a playoff trip each year, a 5A title game appearance a year ago. The third-ranked Blue Devils hosting Briarwood in the 5A quarters. LaCameron Meadows running hard tonight, stepping over a tackler, running over a guy right there. And then on the goal line, of course, you're going to give it to Meadows. He goes in to give Moody a 7-0 lead. But, you know, Briarwood plays with some passion, too. Number 8, Cooper Johnson, running through tacklers, getting a big chunk play. And then Eli Thompson will come busting through to get in the end zone, and that tied it at 7. But, man, Moody's got some playmakers, and Meadows, look at this run. Spinning, cutting back, and then just outrunning dudes. These are the electric plays you see when teams are making deep runs. And Moody wasn't done in the first half. Jake Lowry throws to Elijah Rutledge, who will take it. He'll run into a guy, and then he'll take it all the way to the house. And the final score in this one, Moody wins going away over Briarwood, topping the 50-point mark tonight. In the other half of that 5A North bracket, 4th-ranked Fairview hosting Scottsboro last night. What a game this was. Fairview was down 10-0 when Colt Redding scored on a keeper to make it 10-7. And that big defensive play at the end of the first half of the Aggies, Zayden Cruz will pick off the throw, and he'll return it to the Scottsboro 42. They couldn't get any points off that, though. They missed a field goal, and they were down 13-7 at the break. But in the third, Jake Harper, the school's all-time leading rusher, goes in from 6 yards out for 6. Fairview on top 14-13, but Scottsboro's Cole Rachel booted 3 field goals. This one put Scottsboro in the lead 16-14. Last play of the game, Redding completes the pass, but Fairview's out of time. Scottsboro 6-4 takes down unbeaten Fairview 16-14. The Wildcats will host Moody next week. 5A South bracket, Viger shuts out Clay Central 14-0, and number 1 Williamson takes down Montgomery Catholic 41-10. So it's a rematch of South Alabama rivals at Williamson next week, Viger and Williamson. Coming up on the Blitz, a 3A quarterfinal showdown of a couple of teams with 9 state titles between them, and we'll tell you if the legendary Rush Probst could take Little Coosa Christian to the 2A Final Four. Appreciate it. No. I could be, you know, just a nervous twitch. Kind of a nervous guy. Tonight, the unbeaten Anniston Bulldogs playing for a spot in the 4A semis at Deschler. Tigers quarterback Bryce Thornton looking for Garrett Reed. Instead, Kyrie Lewis will pick it off for the Bulldogs. Solid return by number 3 to set up his offense in really good shape. So Damon Pope will fake the handoff, and he'll take it himself. 40 yards for the Anniston touchdown, and these Anniston Bulldogs were off and running. Here comes Deschler, though, with a short run. Kendrick Gunn for the Tigers. Right there. And then Kendrick Gunn is going to try a little trick play, but Reed's pass is going to be picked off by Tariq Judkins on an athletic interception. And once again, Anniston will turn into points. Pope, short rushing TD, and Anniston wins easily, 31-7. So the Bulldogs will get the winner of 5th-ranked Plainview, 9th-ranked Good Hope. Good Hope's Mason Drake. This one played last night. Drake and the Wildcat gets in the end zone to tie the game at 7. But then Plainview went on a 21-0 run. Owen Hope is a big quarterback, 6'3", fast quarterback, goes around left end, takes a big hit right there, but gets to the pylon. It's 14-7. And then another big play heading into the half. Hope, look at him just drop this in perfectly to Christopher Sandlin. Plainview stays unbeaten, wins 28-7. The Bears will host Anniston next week. A great matchup in the 3A bracket. 2nd-ranked Piedmont, unbeaten, 5-time state champ, hosting 8th-ranked Gordo, 4-time state champ. And this one goes to Piedmont, winning 28-20, the final score. So Piedmont will get the winner of 4th-ranked Geraldine and number 1 defending champ Mars Hill. And this Mars Hill team is explosive. These running backs, Jackson Penn busting through the line and then gallops to the end zone. And then when Geraldine was forced to punt, I've got another running back who is a UAB commitment, Hudson Higgins, spins around, dodges some tacklers, and then blazes down the left sideline, and that's an 82-yard punt return for a score by Higgins. And now we go to Penn again, who will go untouched for, how about a 78-yard touchdown run? The Panthers had close to the same number of total plays as they had touchdowns at this point. And then later in the quarter, Penn off to the races again. He scored 4 times in the first quarter. Mars Hill wins 42-0. The number 1 Panthers host number 2 Piedmont next week. Let's go to 2A now. The legend, Rush Probst, taking his 2nd-ranked Coosa Christian squad against 7th-ranked Tuscaloosa Academy. And Mark Norris for TA, looking for a receiver. Instead, he's going to find Carson Reed, who will body slam him. And then Kylan Johnson with a rushing TD. And that made it 7-0. And now TA on the attack. And more misery for Norris. He's picked off by Coosa's Grayson Malone. And now Kylan Johnson will go in for a touchdown, but this TD is going to be wiped out for holding. And Rush Probst is losing his mind on his football team. Rush bringing it in the rain. They added another touchdown in the second half. No flags on that one, which made Rush happy. It also made him happy the Coosa Christian Conquerors are in the Final Four. 17-0 the final.
I've been in a bunch of these, and they've always been low scoring and hard fought. Couldn't get any traction on the perimeter, couldn't throw the football. We had a touchdown that we just couldn't get a good throw in, but we got to give credit to both teams. It really hampered them because of what they do. We're a little bit more diversified, and we can run and throw, but tonight we're just going to line up and play hard.
Yeah, Coosa will go to Pisgah next week to play in the 2A semis. Pisgah beat Southeastern tonight, 26-15. Checking the 1A scores, last night Addison beat Marion County 28-22. The Bulldogs will host number 1 and defending champ Wadley, who beat Hubbardville in a wild win, 62-38. In the South bracket, Maplesville beat Southern Choctaw 42-0. The Red Devils will host Leroy, who beat McKenzie 60-38. That'll be in next week's semi. So coming up on the Blitz, a look ahead to tomorrow's college action. All right. We'll drop play of the day. Definitely not on my game. We are 8 days away from the Iron Bowl, Alabama at Auburn, a nighttime kick, 6:30 right here on ABC 3340. Tomorrow, the Tide and Tigers will feast on cupcakes. Alabama will host Eastern Illinois, a bottom-tier Big South OVC team. It's a 1 o'clock kick at Bryant-Denny. It's on ESPN+. That's also where you can find Auburn, who also plays at 1. And there's a compelling side story here. True freshman Deuce Knight will see his first action, getting the start at quarterback against Mercer of the SoCon. Now, the Bears are 6th in the FCS rankings. 1 o'clock kick at Jordan-Hare.
Mercer does a tremendous job. They're really well coached. They just clinched the conference again for back-to-back years. They're 9-1. They're first nationally in total offense and second in pass offense and fourth in scoring. They're putting up a lot of points, throwing the ball down the field.
This is not a time to sit still. This is a time to keep moving forward, and we see areas that we can continue to improve on, but that's what we have done all season long. We continue to push, continue to go back to work.
So here's the SEC on ABC at 11 o'clock. Number 22, Missouri at 8th-ranked Oklahoma. At 2:30, Arkansas will travel to 17th-ranked Texas. And the primetime game tomorrow night could be a good one. 20th-ranked Tennessee at Florida. You know, the Vols haven't won in the Swamp since 2003. And after the Vols and Gators, it's the EOG Wrap. Jamie Hill covers the Bama EIU game, Johnny the Auburn Mercer game. In-depth coverage from them, also UAB South Florida highlights, as well as a recap of all the SEC action on the EOG Wrap. And next week at this time, we'll host a Black Friday edition of the EOG. Jamie and Johnny previews the Iron Bowl, and we'll have SEC and high school playoff semifinal highlights.